Liver and Gallbladder Activities and Health, Back to Homeostasis by Annette Kinship. You should have already seen segment 1 of liver and gallbladder stones. This is a page to remind you of where the liver and the gallbladder are, how to identify where they are on you and if you are having any issues, where the liver and gallbladder are in the human body, stones in gallbladder and bile duct, stones as they may appear in the liver. Look closely as you can see where things are, or go back to segment 1. As you look at the picture on the left top, and you can see a beautiful water scene with rocks in it, we want to remember an obstructed water flow with stones may be very beautiful, but when you think about the pathways needed to have a well-functioning homeostasis of a clean liver and your health, an obstructed or blockage of bile ducts is not going to give us that beautiful scenery that we see above. Imagine blockage in the toilet system or any drain system. To prevent stones, now there's a few ways to look at that. Food intake and cleanses are the major things. Food intake or food not to intake, really, and then cleanses. We're talking about cleanses in this video more than we're going to talk about the food intake at this time. Balance for food intake would have to be quite the incredible diet, and also to correct the mess that was or has been accumulated during our times of compromise. As we said in the first video, gallstones can be removed surgically by removing the gallbladder, or naturally without having to remove the gallbladder. Whichever you choose, you may have to choose at some point, while also remembering a bursted gallbladder is possible, the liver failing to perform well is probable, and that all organs are essential. Keeping up with food balance is difficult. Are any of us absolutely sure of the official rules? And can we get closer with increased knowledge? So here we have the duodenum, or the part of the intestine that leaves the stomach, and it looks like the little J-pipe under your sink. This is where it all begins for absorption. So if we don't have the bile coming down the tubes to metabolize the proteins and the fats properly, then there's going to be an issue here as well as in the gallbladder and the liver. I'm going to bring to your attention again the Moritz Liver Gallbladder Flush book that you can find in the YouTube station about Moritz. One of the many similar techniques that you can find in many places on YouTube at this time. I have my own that I follow, but this is the one that most people are using today. I'm going to begin basically with my interpretation of the need from the information I have studied and from my own experience. But first, let's talk. Food intake, as yummy as it may be at the moment, may be detrimental to our health. As for me, I hope to have quality of life, even as my years add up. Choices have a cause and effect, as we all are aware. Our genetics offer us strengths and weaknesses. Our lifestyle, back to choices, generates an effect on those genetic strengths and weaknesses. Therefore, not only is time against us, we are subject to the generations before us. But does genetic change happen through each generation? Let's consider this. Can we make a difference for ourselves as well as our future offspring? I will not be making any claims, yet I will present thought for us all to consider Upon knowing genetic weakness, we may consider strengthening that weakness by looking into studies to improve on the issues, therefore considering this first. As we are talking about the main filtration system of the body, here are some questions to ask yourself and family. Were your parents or grandparents alcoholics? Does it affect your health? How much work will you need to heal or strengthen an organ such as the liver? What is the damage that has been caused by your choice diet? How much effort will you be willing to apply? Now, the understanding I think that I have, while the liver has hundreds, they say, of functions, we are talking about the filtration system and the bile for metabolizing. We're going to talk about the food in the liver, the fats or the good fats and the poor fats, the proteins or enzymes, the ones that are essential to get into the body through food, and the ones that the body manufactures. We're going to talk about the bile, the liver, and the gallbladder, produced by the liver, gallbladder storage for the excess. Stones in the liver and gallbladder clogs the system, which causes malfunction of the other incredulous things the liver does for quality of life. How, in layman terms, the cleanse might work. It is suggested that one begins by backing off of foods considered bad for you weeks before, but you do not have to. Ask yourself, though, what results are you looking for? The week of it. It is often suggested that you can do a 2-day prep. I prefer to do a week, at least 7 days. To eat no fats or proteins for that preparation time allows the body to not have to produce bile for metabolizing. It basically gets a rest from that purpose. Then you can fast for a day before the cleanse if you're comfortable with that, but either way you do not even eat a sunflower seed. Remember, avocados may be a good fat, but we are to not give the liver or gallbladder any reason to send bile out for metabolism at this time. No butter or any oils, even a salad with oil on it is not innocent. On the day of the cleanse, what then happens with the suggested cleanse styles? The liver has had no need for bile production to break down proteins and fats for however many days you have prepped. Therefore, as you eat apples during the day of, at the suggested time frames, etc., which I will reiterate at the end of this segment where to go to find this information, you will be cleansing the intestines even more than your prep may have done so. You want the intestines freed up to allow for the gallstones to be released. Uncomfortableness may occur as the intestines are contracting, as well as the bile ducts that may be trying to move large stones through small tubes. The reason for the Epsom salts is to expand or dilate the tubes and make their journey less stressful for you. Epsom salts will also cause elimination in the intestines, so more cleaning to prepare for removal of gallstones and also, hopefully, liver stones. What then causes the gallbladder to then flush out the stones? The theory is that once you drink the Epsom salt with a citrus juice, the dilation occurs to the tubes of the liver and gallbladder, referring to the first video if you need to understand that better. Next, as you begin to take the olive oil and lemon or grapefruit juice, as most recommend, this is what is thought to happen. In my layman terms, the liver and gallbladder get a message to be motivated ambitiously to rescue the body from so much fat. It must send out bile. The gallbladder then begins to contract, like the uterus to push out a baby, or the intestines to go to the bathroom. Therefore, the gallbladder must now eliminate gallstones or storage of bile. The more you cause this action, the more stones that might be removed. And as you continue this process, the intestinal walls will begin to loosen unwanted coagulation, as well as this may inspire the liver to release from its clogged bile ducts. Therefore, function of liver increases and the body now can heal. Other ways to heal and disrupt this blockage of ducts and gallbladder stone production will be in another slideshow or video. Many other thought-provoking videos will be available soon. Many more specific organs and just, never thought about it like that videos will be available. A consider this way of thinking. As you do these cleanses or as you take care of yourself better, the floodgates will open. The liver and gallbladder will become more powerful in their renewed life. Here we have the gorgeousness of the ocean and the freedom that is in there. So if you want a free-flowing bile duct area in your liver and for the gallbladder, consider the cleanses. Certainly consider the food intake or not to take in. And I will be talking about those things in the next video, as well as healing the liver as you relieve the stones. To find the cleanses, refer to Maurice and or Dr. Axe, as well as other YouTube recommendations. If you would like to know more about how it has worked for me, please leave me comments, and as I can, I will get back with you, or I will take the comments and make a video with answering as many questions as come in. Hopefully this information is something you would like to share. Please subscribe, like, and share for more. These videos take a lot of time and work. It is a labor of love on my part, but anywhere you can help by sharing and or subscribing may cause me to earn eventually. Also, on my website, I hope to have a donation spot if you find it accessible for you to do so. Thank you. Please subscribe and like.